Alright guys, we're back with another episode on the golf cart here. I didn't tell you what I'm doing with it, but what we're going to be doing, I'll get right to the chase, is putting a 5-horse motor in this and a decent torque converter off eBay, and my idea was to use that and a reverse gearbox. So I'll have forward reverse gear in this old golf cart. And I already put the motor in during the week while I was waiting for parts. So let's go take a look at that, how I put it in there, and what my idea is for getting the gearbox and torque converter installed in it. Alright, here is the little 5-horse motor that come off my power washer. It's a Honda GC190. It's got the straight 3/4 inch shaft. It's not tapered. I was pretty pleased about that. I have some 3/4 inch pipe I welded in. Welds are a little ugly. Whatever, I'll fix it up later. And I used the motor plate off of the power washer. I know the motor plate doesn't look square, but it's the way I cut it. I just hacked it off. But the motor itself is square to the rear end of the golf cart. So we got to get our torque converter on here, and I'll show you that in just a second. We got the gearbox and everything that will go back in here. Back to where the electric motor used to be. This is our $70 torque converter. It's like a tab 30 clone or something like that. I'm not too sure. You got your primary, your secondary, and here is the reverse forward gearbox, where most people I see, they throw a sprocket on this, run it up to the sprocket in here. Whoops, it's not in there, which is usually up in there. I pulled it off. And it sits like that, and then this sprocket down here drives your rear end. And then you got a little bracket here that turns forward, reverse, neutral. And in the kit you also get like a hand lever, drive, neutral, reverse. But what I'm gonna do, I haven't seen very many people do, I've seen like 2 other channels have done this, is this secondary clutch, if you pull that off there, will slide right onto the reverse gearbox. So what that means is I can do away with a chain. Instead of having 2 chains, I'll just have 1, and my belt will be running directly to the gearbox. The only issue, not really an issue, the only thing I really got to figure out and be careful with is getting from my motor to, this will be my gearbox and not just an idler pulley like it is now. So we're going to get that mounted in the golf cart after I get the primary on, and we'll figure out our distances and all that good stuff to get it where it's right. I can build a bracket or whatever. So I'll probably get that installed and we'll cut to that. Alright, so we threw the primary on and the secondary on the reverse gearbox, and it's just sitting in there right now to see where I can mount this thing up to and maybe make a little bit of adjustment in case I gotta play with the belt slot. But I can mount to that bar down there, and my sprockets underneath the secondary, which would be okay. That's up higher than that by, I don't know, a couple inches, which will be good when we do a lift in this thing, and after we get it all going and it works, so we're going to do a lift in some bigger tires if it's got enough power. So now I just got to figure out a way to make that bracket and get this thing welded in here to where it's going to work for me.